We're here today with the Egretech portable power station Plume. This 300 watts is the output. It has a pure sine wave inverter. It'll do 100 watts of USB-C through one of the USB ports. The second USB port will do 20 watts max, and then the USB-A will do 22.5 watt max. It does have a DC output of 36 watt max. The DC 1 input will do 100 watt max, and the USB-C 1 input will do 100 watt max. I charge this with USB-C, which is like my phone charger, my MacBook charger. Not a problem, charged perfectly fine. It came in about 79%, and I just topped it off. It comes with a 24-month warranty, and it does use lithium battery chemistry, so it's, you know, good for 1,000 cycles to 80%. 80% of it's retained. You know what I'm talking about. I wish it was lithium iron phosphate, but it's not. Then you'd get like, you know, another 2,000 or 3,000 charges at 80%. But in my experience, even with the lithium polymer batteries, you're still getting like a lot of the useful lifespan. I have a cheap little USB-A deck of cards sized power brick that I still use, and I've had that thing for like 12 or 13 years, and it gets charged probably once a week, and I mean, it's still running fine. So I imagine this will be exactly the same. There are some more things in the box. Go ahead and open that up real quick. I did open this to charge it. I did not take anything else out to kind of preserve this for you. I apologize for the camera shaking. The table is very unstable today. I will say I was very impressed with the packing. You know, you came in a nice plastic bag with a silica gel, always a good thing. Some skimp on that, believe it or not. This is the strap, if you want the hand carry strap. Pretty detailed manual in a couple of languages. I think it's in French, English, and Spanish. But it kind of runs you through some of the stuff. It's like, yeah, it'll run this for this, you know, mobile phone, 19.5 times, give or take. It'll run a 60 watt electric blanket for 3.9 hours. It'll charge a UAV, you know, 5.9 times again. It depends entirely on the UAV. But the main use for this appears to be like camping. I wanted it because I can actually run one of my lasers off this for several hours. The garage only has 2 outlets, so I mostly use power banks to run things. The chiller for my CO2 laser, I have to run off the garage power because it'll trip the breaker on all of my power things. So it's nice to have a bunch of these so I can have like a couple of lasers going at once and still have several hours of functionality. Or like if you're just going somewhere for the day and you want to be able to charge like your MacBook a few times, you know, you could get something like this, which is going to charge it 3/4 of a time, one time, or you could get this, which is going to charge it a few times. Yeah, so there's the light that I was talking about. It's got the different modes. You've got a little digital display here. You have your USB-C in, out, and then just a 20 watt out. You have your DC in, your DC out. So the DC in is for like your solar. You just get like a solar panel that either has that plug, or you can get adapters to go from the common solar one. I forget what it's called right now. Its name escapes me. It's early in the morning, but it's, you know, the 2 plastic pieces that come together and they're kind of chunky. But yeah, you can get those adapters for that. You get your power for the AC, and you do have one AC outlet with a ground plug, so you don't have to break your ground plug off or something. Obviously, this isn't going to be grounded because it's a battery, but it's nice when they include that. I've had some of these before where they don't have that there because they want you to know that it's not grounded, because apparently you're an idiot and can't figure it out yourself. So you have to either get an adapter or break your ground plug off your cable, which, but yeah, it's got a nice fan, 2 nice fans on the back, and then, you know, you get your little intake there and an intake on the bottom. When I was charging this, I charged it, what did I say, about 20%, 21%. It got a little warm in one corner, but nothing to be alarmed about. My phone gets hotter when it's rapid charging from a lower percentage, so not a big deal. But yeah, we'll go and turn this thing on here. Some of these you just push, and some you have to hold down for a while. I can never figure them out. Oh, there we go. I'm used to the anchors, which make a beep. So you get the screen there. You're not going to be able to see it well because of the lighting. Let me see if I can get it to focus. But you're at 99%, and, you know, I will say that the screen has weird viewing angles. If you have it at a good enough angle, you can read it. If you have it dead on, you can read it. But if you tilt it a little, you can't read it at all. Kind of a quirk. But it gives you your wattage out and yeah, your estimated runtime based on the drawdown. Let me show you the handle real quick. I can see where this could be useful. If you weren't putting this in a backpack or something, it comes with this nice little handle. It just snaps on. You just feed it through there. I guess I can put it on real quick. Can't hurt to leave it on there. It's not like it's taking up a lot of room. Okay, so it's not snaps. I like that. It's kind of like a, what are they called for boats? Like a moorhead or something? Where you tie up to, and then it just pushes through there. But it's much bigger diameter, so it should not fall out when you're just carrying it, which is very nice. I guess snaps would probably be more prone to failure than this. As long as you don't take this on and off a lot, this should last quite a long time. So, let's see if I can get that through there. I imagine this just acts as kind of like a strain relief. There we go. Not too bad. Do this side. Again, I apologize for the camera shaking. If it's disturbing any of you, I am so sorry. Well, it helps if you don't have giant thumbs like I do. And I have arthritis in this thumb. I've dislocated it a few times, so it's not set right. So this will probably be easier for you to do than me. Yeah, I have pretty good confidence in that. It's not going anywhere. So let's plug something in. What should we plug in? Any suggestions? I know. Let me get my laptop. I'm going to use it to run the lasers here in a minute. So we'll run the charger off of this. 1 second. Oh, first, let me show you the other stuff that's in the box. I'm sure someone was saying, what's in the box? So in the box, you know, you have USB-C. You have a car adapter, barrel plug for 12 volt, charging on 12 volt. Looks like you have an even better strap here. If you don't like the leather, this looks more like a shoulder strap. Oh yeah, just like nylon or something. Really smooth nylon. It's not going to be the strongest thing, but for the weight of this will be fine. I'm used to buying really expensive nylon straps and stuff. Just a shoulder pad. Again, it doesn't weigh a lot, so unless you have the most delicate of shoulders, I would not worry about it. And then you just have your AC plug, so you can charge it that way. I'm actually curious here. Okay, that makes sense. So it does come with a wall wart. So you AC into there, and then you DC there into presumably the 100 watt. And then this is a pretty solid wall wart. Like, it's got some heft to it. It's not cheap. The plastic's nice. Let's see, 20 volt, 3.2 amp, 64 watts. So you're gonna get decent charging speed off that, probably a little bit better than I did on the USB-C. And like, if you're just driving down the road, throw in the 12 volt or something. If you're at home, you got a fast USB-C charger, it'll do you wonders. You know, we could get infinite electricity. We could plug this into there and plug this into there. That doesn't actually work. Just being silly. So I'm gonna put that there. Slide this here. Go ahead and get that turned on. With this laptop, I always like to plug the power in before I put the jack in, because this laptop's kind of weird sometimes. It is quite old and quite temperamental. So there we go. We are plugged in. Let's turn on the AC. Guess I gotta hold it. There we go. And let me get you a better angle there so you can see it. See what I mean? From some angles you can't see it at all, and others you can see it perfect. Let me get my hand under here. We're pulling 70, 71 watts, 60 watts, 3-4 hours. It's got the 99%. I mean, this thing works great. I've already used it to run a laser. Ran the laser fine, Most of my lasers are like in the 20 watt range, so by the time you add the fan and stuff, you're looking at 40, 50 watts. I could run them for hours. I love it. The thing is a nice little form factor. It's not terribly heavy, so you could throw this in a backpack and you're going to feel the weight, but you're not going to be like, oh, abandon all hope, I must discard it. No, you're going to be fine. It's great. It's light. And you're not always going to need to carry some big bulky, you know, car battery looking power station around. Sometimes you just need 300 watts, you know? Or well, it's not 300 watts. It outputs 300 watts. Yeah, sorry, it's 260 watt hours. Sometimes you only need 260 watt hours. So let's say my lasers took 50 watts on average to run. You know, I got 5 hours with a little bit of margin error. I love that. That's perfect. You could run a fan. If your power goes out, you just need a bedroom fan. You don't need a big bulky power station. Maybe your big bulky power station's powering your refrigerator, your freezer. Hey, then you got a fan in your room for 5, 6 hours, 4 hours, depending on the fan, depending on the speed. I love that. Or power goes out. Hey, again, your power stations are powering the important stuff. You just need something to sit around and play cards to. You go ahead and hook this up to a lamp, set it on the table, hang out, play games with your family. Now that we've been running here for a minute, oh, it's thinking about it. Let me get my hand under it. Bing, bang, boom. We've used 2%. We're drawing 11 watts right now because the battery's full. So it's just, you know, keeping it that way. It says we have 23 hours, 11 watts. I love it. So that was the Egretech Portable Power Station Plume model with a 300 watt pure sine wave inverter, 260 watt hours of capacity, 1 AC outlet, 2 USB-C, 20 and 100 watt. You can do 100 watt DC in from solar panels or whatever, or with the wall wart to charge it. You have a 30 watt DC out. You can power this in the car with your 12 volt DC plug that comes with it. And yeah, I like this thing. I'm going to put it to use. This is going to get used pretty much every time I run my lasers. I will see you guys in the next video. Link in the description, link in the sticky comment. Have a nice day.